Here's the thing. Even though Iran launched the missiles, it is the US's fault that the Middle East is on fire. And let me explain. When you go in from the US and you attack, say, Iran, what is Iran supposed to do to defend themselves? They cannot attack the US mainland back. Are they supposed to just get their army going and leave their homeland undefended and steam across the ocean and go and try attack New York? That's not going to work. That's a foolish battle plan. Are they supposed to just sit there and take it as they get bombed over and over and over and over and over? Because that's what they've done the last 50 years. Every time the US attacks anyone in the Middle East, they just have to take it. Because other than Israel, there's no American proxy in the area to take any kind of attack back, any kind of fight back, any kind of self defense. But what they do have all over the Middle East are US military bases. And that is what Iran is hitting. Iran is hitting other countries because they have US military assets in their borders. If those other countries don't want Iran to hit them, then they could close those military borders, but they actually can't because those US military borders are sovereign soil. The US military owns the land that the military installation is on. So in essence, Iran is firing a ballistic missile over Bahrain and hitting the military installation that belongs to the US within Bahrain. Is it awful? Yes. Should the people of Bahrain have missiles flying over top of their head? No. No, but whose fault is that? That is the US's fault for attacking. That is the US's fault for surrounding all of these countries with military installations, with US military installations. It is 100% due to the military aggression of the United States. If you were Iranian, what would you do? Are you just going to hunker down in your home and let the bombs fall? Or are you going to do the only thing you can, which is fight back? The US often talks about how other people use women and children, civilian shields. They put their military installations next to a school. And what can we do? You put your military installation in the middle of a country. What are they supposed to do? You've literally put the entire citizenship of the country in front of you. And then you wonder why people are hitting over top of them. This is 100% US military aggression. Again, we can disagree with the regime in Iran, but it is not up to us. Just like we don't want any other country coming in here telling us what to do, bombing us into submission, taking our leaders, telling us that our way of life is wrong. Could you imagine someone coming here and telling you that Christmas is wrong, that you can't possibly have Christmas? Could you imagine being bombed during Christmas? Because it's Ramadan, and we are bombing Muslim countries during Ramadan. Think about that. The US is not the victim, the US is the aggressor, and Canadians are standing right next to them. Yesterday, France said that they were going to have defensive, a defensive deployment to protect the Strait of Hormuz. Sorry, I said that wrong. Because, they need the oil to come through it. Think about that here in Vancouver. If we decided to close down our port and another country came in and said, you can't close your port, that port's important for business. Worldwide capitalism, you must open that port. That doesn't matter if that land is in your territory or not. We want it. We need it. We said you have to have it, and we're going to send the ships in. I'd like to remind you that Canada is an ally of France, and Carney keeps talking about how we will stand next to our allies. It's all about money, about capitalism, it's about war. It is raining oil and fire in Iran. I'm not even being dramatic. I know that I have a tendency of being dramatic. I know that I have a tendency to exaggerate for dramatic effect. It is literally raining oil and fire in Iran. Have a great day. I love you.